Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Strategic Command, World War II, World at War. It is January of 1942, the Japanese offensive in China is gaining ground and threatening both the interior town of Sian and also potentially Chongqing. We're almost to the defenses of Chongqing. In the north, things are a little bit more sort of flat, but at least in the center of the country, things are going reasonably well. Meanwhile, on the Russian front in Europe, the Germans have pushed to the Crimea into the Ukraine. They have taken Kiev, and they've driven, good lord, words, to the east near the town of Kursk. Further north, they've driven to the gates of Moscow, just a few towns away from Moscow, but at this point, they've kind of been stopped. We just fought a battle of Smolensk and destroyed the Russian unit there, but weren't able to gain access to the town. We've sort of almost encircled some troops in Smolensk and near Gormal, but the Soviets are definitely building back up and perhaps preparing for a counteroffensive, while we've also started to bring some new units online. That's currently the situation in the west. We've taken France, and we've also just commissioned the Admiral Graf Spee, the German aircraft carrier. But we've also had some successes in the deserts of North Africa. We've destroyed an Indian corps here to the south of the Qatar Depression. The British continually try and flank us around this depression, but they have no supply there, so the AI's beat a little bit dumb. The problem is, because there's no supply there, we can't push further east either, unfortunately. Nonetheless, that's the situation right now in the war, and at this point, we've already kind of done our turns, so really now we just kind of have to wait for the Allied turn to go through. So why don't we go ahead and get that started and see what this turn has in store for us as we hopefully get toward the spring of 42 and our ability to launch a final offensive on the Soviets if they don't, strengthen themselves too much for us. More partisan actions in Manchuria. You can see here the German income is dropped a little bit. We just supported a coup in Argentina, which nearly brought them into the war against the Allies. They're at 94% pro-Axis. In the Pacific also, Japan has just destroyed the American fleet. I'm sending the Japanese fleet out east toward the American coast with hopes that maybe we can destroy the American carrier force out there, but we may have to pull back before too long. American submarines near Pearl. Soviet counterattacks. They just reoccupied Smolensk. Meanwhile, we have one unit driving into the Caucasus from, what's it called, just east of Sevastopol. The Finns have also joined the war on the side of the Axis as well. Okay, you can see here the Chinese seem to be kind of consolidating in and around Sian, sort of bringing themselves in together. They've kind of done that in Chongqing as well, formed sort of a glob of defenses behind some key forts. Okay, hopefully we can attack and reduce this town next turn. Maybe not. British submarines. We nearly destroyed a Canadian army at sea with our submarines last turn. Oh god, we just lost an army. Well, good to know the American fleet is out there. Fuck. We just lost an army at sea as the Japanese. No, the never-ending Royal Navy. We just lost another battleship as the Germans. God damn, these navies are so huge. Wow. How many freaking destroyers do they have? That's a lot of tactical bombers in North Africa. We're trying to reduce the island of Guam as well, which we're struggling with because the Americans have crammed it full of fighters. So much so that apparently we can't land troops there. Okay. Soviets are counterattacking the Italians in the south and driving them out of position. Also attacking the Finns in the north. Lake Ladoga. Lodaga. However you pronounce it. Hopefully the winter's almost over. We just got the massive winter penalty last turn. Some localized Soviet counterattacks. Nothing that's really changed the front line in any meaningful way. Okay. Soviet units have also started to upgrade their weapons to firepower level 1, as you can see here. We're going to need to start doing that for our troops as well. Okay. Some indecisive fighting going on here. In the snowfalls of the Soviet Union. Shit. Shit! There goes the Italian armor. Ugh. Man, North Africa feels like it just turned on us a bit there. I'm surprised when these cut-off troops decide it's in their interest to counterattack. I always expect they'd just be better off hunkering down and entrenching. God, this one army that's in our rear is really annoying. Oh, that was dumb, Soviet army. We're just going to advance in behind you and cut you off. Looks like they've also got another army advancing into the hinterland of Finland. These turns do run a lot more slowly as this war really gets going. Maybe we can destroy this British battleship at least. We lost a battleship. Can we make them lose a battleship? I know that I had a person commenting on how this war of attrition against the Royal Navy is a losing battle that you will never win, and that you're just better off not fighting it in this way. Op movements. We'll see if we can take Smolensk this turn. Some of these units need to reinforce, though. These guys up here near Moscow, probably. Doesn't feel like they put a wall of troops between me and Moscow yet, though. Okay. I mean, they might be there just beyond what I can see. Not really sure. Alright, that should about do it. So our raiders are disrupting convoys to the USSR and to the UK. British Commando Training Depot set up at Akinari. The Normandy ocean liner mysteriously sinks in New York Harbor. Is that a historical event? I had never heard of that before. Interesting. Okay, calculating supply. Bismarck was sunk. But that's historically accurate. Meanwhile, we lost a SNLF force. The USSR lost 14 MPPs from convoys disrupted, 10 against the British. More tanks near Chongqing. Garrison near Nairobi. Japanese maritime flotilla bombers. I think we'll put these guys out here. Is Nauru ours? No, it's UK. Nauru is ours! Huzzah! Part of me also just wanted to get those guys ashore. Why can't they land here? Why can't they land here? I don't understand why my troops can't land. I'm confused. Is that not a beach that they can land on? Like, what the... Well, I don't want them dying, so I guess I'll move them back there. Hopefully the enemy didn't spot them. Alright, more air battles over Guam. We lost our landing party, but at least maybe we can reduce the enemy force. Probably should have actually focused on their warships, huh? Ooh, we do have the Yamato. Yamato, come out to play. Take that, American light cruiser. Sunk. Alright. So... let's see here. Alright, let's take Manila, or at least attack toward it. Manila is ours! Huzzah! Alright, I'll go back there. Where am I sending these troops? I don't even know. Kind of nervous. I don't have any air cover over here. I don't know what's in our way. The British might have a battleship or something like that. They do! Or the Dutch do. Alright. Maybe if these guys go into harbor, they can't be hurt. That's my hope. The Dutch Navy has submarines. We already are way behind. Singapore should have fallen this turn. Alright, let's destroy these guys over here. Nice. Can any of these guys move there? These guys can. Ah! Almost finished him off. Alright, well, we couldn't quite finish this army off, unfortunately. Can they bomb them from over here? No? What about... oh, those are our strategic bombers. Damn. Alright, let's see. We need to try and... or I'm going to try and take Cyan. That's obviously the goal. Let's see, what's the best way to do that? These guys are entrenched, so we'll bomb them out of their trenches. They'll have some interceptors, we'll have escorts. Nice, okay. Wonder if they'll have multiple escorts. Nope, just one. Alright, so their entrenchment is gone now with those strategic bombers. So let's first attack them here. Okay. Defensive artillery, that's fine. Nice. We drove them out of their positions and we destroyed those fortifications. Huzzah for that. We're actually going to reinforce these guys rather than move them. And we're going to reinforce most of these troops, I think. Reinforce these guys. Anti-aircraft fire, damn. Can we not reach these guys? Oh, our strategic bombers get 2 strikes, nice. I can't remember what the, range of these guys is. Okay, they did nothing. Alright, we should probably move some of these guys a little bit further forward. We're going to need to move some of these troops as well, but I'd like to reinforce them as much as we can. Okay, we'll reinforce. Oh, we can't reinforce them, but we can. Can we upgrade them? Infantry weapons 2. Nice. Let's see here. Honestly, I don't even want these troops up here anymore. Can we move these guys somewhere? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes! We're going to move these tanks over here to help versus the British. That's a long-ass railroad trip, but I'm happy to do it. Right, let's upgrade everybody we can to the level 2 infantry unit. I think that's going to be important. Everybody we can, that is. Okay. This should make our military much more effective. All right. Can we upgrade the... no upgrade for the headquarters. That's fine. I think we already reinforced and upgraded everybody who could. Yeah. No. Okay, so I think we'll keep this as is for now. Hopefully next turn we can wipe out these guys and start advancing south. Can these guys... No, they can't. They can't amphibious transport from here. They can transport, but they can't amphibious transport. Alright. So... I mean, I don't even know. Like, I guess we still have our fleet over here, right? Is this all rain over here? Can we not see Jack Diddley? Well, I guess we probably can't even fly aircraft over there if we can't see, huh? We can't bomb them either. Alright, I guess it's time to pull our fleet back. Seeing as we can't find the enemy. We are leaving some elements of our fleet a little bit exposed, like our submarines over here, or sorry, our destroyers over there. Also, these guys appear to be low on supply, so we probably need to pull them back anyway. Or at least some of them are. Varying degrees of supply going down, so we'll have to pull them back. I'm guessing oceans have supply levels too. They do. Inside the American area, we can't get supplied, so we'll have to... Hopefully I didn't get myself screwed. pull ourselves back. Alright, so I think that does the Japanese turn. Let's move to North Africa. See about doing what we need to do here. What are these guys supply at? 0. Nice. Okay. Interceptors. They brought more fighters to play. But at least we destroyed that unit there. These guys need reinforcements. So do these guys. So do these guys. Everybody needs reinforcements. Can we upgrade this tank? We'll do that. So these now look like PZ-3s. That's very nice. Alright, so we pulled back. They've got an armored car, but it'll probably be almost out of supply if it tries to come at us as well. So that's good at least. Meanwhile, this Soviet unit here in, is it Romania? Finally destroyed this guy who launched an amphibious attack. We'll go ahead and land these guys, or keep these guys at Odessa, just hopefully to prevent the same thing from occurring again. I don't want to advance them. Meanwhile, there's this partisan unit down here. So we've got to deal with them next. Alright, let's try... Looks like it's snowing again, so I can't do anything with my air forces here. But let's try and reduce this Soviet unit here that's upgraded but is cut off. Really? I'm just trying to, like, not use my damn armor here, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna have a choice. Oh, for fuck's sake. There you go. Finally, destroying that cutoff unit. It only took like 800,000 soldiers. Alright, so these guys need reinforcements. Apparently they can only get one, because I've already used all my Italian reinforcements up. Okay. Do I want to attack these guys? Or do I want to not? Alright, I guess that worked out a little bit. We weakened at least one of their units on us, and we gained some experience without taking any damage. So that works. Meanwhile, in the north near Gormal, again, still no air units that can bomb. I need more headquarters units. I should just do that, get that out of the way right away. Von Manstein won't be ready till May. It's going to cost 400. That's nuts. But I'll buy it. Alright, so Smolensk, can we finish you? Well, let's actually first worry about... First, let's destroy these guys over here. Alright, so they attack there, they'll move up there. Really? There you go. Good job, Army. Alright, so we took that pocketed unit, finally. And this armor... Force march this armor to the front. I'd rather they be over here near Moscow where we really want to break out. Okay, how do these guys do against this? Can they upgrade though? No, they can't. Alright, so here's the conundrum. Spring is almost here. I want my troops rested, but I also really need to sort of consolidate my position here. Okay. See, I feel like the thing this game needs to have is it needs to have sort of a diminishing effectiveness factor for your units. Like, if I've attacked a unit like 12 times, it should be less effective than it was before I attacked it. And that's really not represented in the game at all. So now I just wasted this whole turn with these units attacking here, basically gaining nothing. These guys are going to pull back because I don't want them to get attacked. Okay. I don't know if I want to attack there or there. Fuck. There we go. Alright. So, took that town. We did pull some troops back on our front line a bit. Just a little bit. Let's see if we can invite them to advance. They'll lose their entrenchment if they do that. You know, these guys are going to move forward. These guys will go garrison that town. Garrison Kanos. Alright, so we've kind of pulled back in the north a little bit. We took Riga. We've pulled back from Parnau a bit. For the second consecutive turn, we've almost taken Smolensk. We have more armor on the way. We should be able to reduce that next turn, I'm hoping. And the next turn, in my mind, is really the reinforcement turn on the Eastern Front. We've actually kind of upped our strength a bit here. So we have improved there a bit, but I'd like to really strengthen up pretty substantially on the Eastern Front next turn. Meanwhile, there's a British battleship here that maybe we can destroy. Yes, we can. And then these guys can go north to get on the supply line so they can raid there next turn. Okay, can we destroy another British battleship this turn? Probably not likely. That is okay, actually. I'm okay doing that. The reason I'm okay doing that is I just identified where that enemy ship is, so theoretically, let's sail through there, finish him off, and sail back. Oh no, not quite! Shit. Well, we may have just lost the Gneisenau as well, although we did destroy a second British battleship. This is very rapidly becoming a Pyrrhic victory of sorts in our naval engagement here. But hey, at least we're doing damage to British shipping. We just damaged that heavy cruiser as well. This would be a whole different ballgame if I had aircraft in the area. Speaking of, can I attack from here? No? What's our... Alright, they're going to get interceptors, which is probably where we're going to lose one in our air wing. But hey, we did some damage to them. So go us. Meanwhile, we detected more British heavy cruisers. Maybe the Graf Spee will help us a little bit. Be interesting to see how effective that would be if we got it along a shipping lane. But anyway, so that's the war at sea over here. The Italian Navy really feels like it's doing nothing of value. I don't even know if the British have any ships left in the area. Part of me wants to see if we can pull our fleet out into the Atlantic. I really don't think the British have much in the way of fleet assets. I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to send my fleet to the Atlantic Ocean and pray that the Royal Navy has no real ships at sea over in this area. They might have some stuff at Gibraltar. We might lose casualties. But if I can get 3 of these ships into the Atlantic and start raising havoc with the British Navy out here, I think we can do more damage there than we can by just staying back home. All right, so I think that about does it for this turn. I think we're going to start flattening out the front here with these infantry units as they come forward. Hopefully the snowfall stops for our turn, not for the Soviet turn. So once we get into March, we can cut off and take Gormel. Hopefully we can reduce Smolensk, get our units upgraded, and prepare for the drive on Moscow. We'll see how much stronger the Soviets are. Additionally, I need more headquarter units. I need... Let's get these guys over here, actually. I need more headquarter units because by the looks of it, like a bunch of my air units don't have any headquarters. And actually, can we move these guys? No. Can we force march these guys? Like in Kiev, I feel like they're not doing anything. Half these units don't have... Well, I guess some of these units aren't even German. So I guess I'll move these further forward. Like, I feel like they should be in a city, but I need to make sure my aircraft, as much as possible, have headquarter units. You know, these Italian... This guy needs to move forward, too. We'll see if they want to attack our headquarter. Trying to get more of these guys forward to the front. Alright. Well, that's going to do it for this turn, I think. Also bombard them just for the hell of it. Won't do anything. Alright. That's going to do it for this turn here, February of 1942, part 22 of our series. In our next episode, I think we'll take a look and see what happens as we approach spring of 1942. Hopefully the Soviets have not yet been able to recoup their losses, and we're able to continue pressing them. Meanwhile, I forgot to mention we do have a sub up here in the north of the supply line up there. And but yeah, that's where we're at right now, guys. We'll see if there's anything left of the German Navy next time around. We'll see if we can get the Italian fleet out to the Mediterranean safely, or if they get destroyed, and everything else in between. But until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, as always. And until next time, I'm out.